Over 4.5 million tons of salmon are consumed worldwide every year. But few people know the incredible journey behind every bite. In this video, you'll discover the secrets of the salmon's life cycle and learn step by step how salmon is farmed, harvested, processed, and delivered fresh to seafood lovers around the world. Salmon is a fatty fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for heart health. It is also an excellent source of protein and vitamins. Salmon are cold water fish found in the North Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. They are born in freshwater, migrate to the ocean to grow, and return to freshwater to reproduce. Some salmon can grow very large, up to 4 feet, about 1 meter long, and 100 pounds. Salmon typically spawn in spring and summer. The female salmon digs a nest in river or stream gravel to lay her eggs. The eggs hatch after a few weeks, and the young salmon, called fry, live in freshwater for several months. When they are old enough, they migrate to the ocean to grow. Salmon can swim thousands of kilometers to return to their exact birthplace in freshwater rivers to spawn. Norway is the world's largest supplier of salmon, producing over 50% of the global supply, about 3 billion pounds per year. Global salmon consumption has increased in recent years. The largest consumers are the United States, the European Union, and Japan. In 2022, the US consumed about 900 million pounds, Europe consumed nearly 3 billion pounds, and Japan consumed about 600 million pounds. The global salmon market was valued at around $21.7 billion in the same year. Healthy, genetically strong salmon are selected as breeding fish. Their health, nutrition, and breeding conditions are carefully controlled in hatcheries or fish farms. Breeders may spawn naturally, or hormones can be used to induce spawning at water temperatures between 5 degrees Celsius to 13 degrees Celsius. Eggs and sperm are collected and mixed carefully for fertilization. The eggs take 20 to 30 days to fertilize, depending on water temperature. Fertilized eggs are placed in special incubation trays or tanks at 6 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius, with oxygen levels of 8 to 10 milligrams per liter. The eggs are regularly checked to remove any dead or unhealthy ones. When the eggs hatch, the young salmon, fry, are vaccinated against common diseases and moved to freshwater tanks kept at 7 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius. They are raised here for 8 to 16 months and fed live foods like brine shrimp and rotifers. When the young salmon are 1 to 2 years old, they are slowly introduced to saltwater to prepare for ocean life. At this stage, they grow to about 8 to 12 inches long and weigh between 1 and 2 pounds. Once the salmon adapt to saltwater, they are moved to large sea cages anchored to the ocean floor, where the water temperature is usually 10 degrees Celsius to 16 degrees Celsius. They grow here for 14 to 18 months and are fed pellets made from fish meal and plant-based ingredients. Salmon are harvested between 18 months and 3 years of age, depending on the species. They are caught from the sea cages using nets or special equipment and quickly transported to processing facilities. Salmon scales are removed using special machines or sharp knives. In large operations, machines with brushes and rollers are used. The fish is cut open from the gills to the tail to remove the internal organs, taking care not to puncture the stomach to avoid releasing bad odors. The liver and roe are also removed, either to be discarded or used in other products. The salmon is thoroughly rinsed with cold water 7 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius to remove any blood or residue, then dried gently with paper towels. The cleaned salmon passes through automatic machines that check color, use X-rays to detect defects, and sort the fish to ensure it meets freshness and appearance standards. The salmon is cut along the backbone to remove the fillet from the bones. There are 2 main methods. Hot filleting, done at about 40 degrees Celsius, immediately after harvest in the processing plant. It creates smooth, clean fillets. Cold filleting, done at about 4 degrees Celsius, often in retail stores after purchase. These fillets may have a rougher surface and may contain some bones or skin. Automatic machines vacuum seal the salmon fillets in cryovac bags or pack them in water-filled bags. Vacuum-sealed bags are best for long-term storage, while plastic or water-filled bags are suitable for short-term storage. Fillets in vacuum-sealed bags are typically frozen at -40 degrees Celsius or lower, while those in plastic or water-filled bags are frozen at -30 degrees Celsius or lower. To keep the salmon fresh during transport, it is stored in refrigerated trucks at temperatures close to freezing, usually between 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. The salmon is then delivered to supermarkets, seafood shops, and markets where it is kept refrigerated until sold or cooked. In modern ice cream factories, machines help make delicious chocolate wafer sandwiches with great precision. The process starts with robotic feeders that carefully place soft chocolate wafers on a moving belt. These robots work with incredible accuracy, making sure each wafer is perfectly spaced, no more than 0.5 millimeters apart. This careful stacking is important for creating neat, even sandwiches. Next comes the most exciting part, the ice cream. A fast-moving cutter quickly slices the ice cream into perfect, equal portions. Each slice is made to fit exactly between the wafers. Right after that, another chocolate wafer gently drops on top of the ice cream, finishing the sandwich. Now, let's take a closer look at this pre-packaged sandwiches factory, using a streamlined process to ensure they are fresh, safe, and ready to eat. It all begins with sourcing fresh ingredients like bread, meats, cheeses, vegetables, and condiments. These ingredients are delivered to the factory and stored in temperature-controlled areas to maintain their quality. First, the bread is sliced and placed on assembly lines. Then, spreads like butter or mayonnaise are applied evenly using automated machines. Next, layers of fillings, such as meats, cheeses, or vegetables, are added according to the recipe. Another slice of bread is placed on top to complete the sandwich. The sandwiches are then cut, if needed, and packaged in plastic or cardboard containers. They are sealed to keep them fresh and labeled with details like ingredients and expiration dates. Finally, the packaged sandwiches undergo quality checks before being distributed to stores for customers to enjoy. And here we have an inside look at how canned crabs are made in a factory. Factories use a careful process to ensure they are fresh and safe to eat. First, fresh crabs are cleaned and cooked to bring out their flavor. Cooking the crabs before canning helps preserve their taste and texture. Once cooked, the crab meat is carefully removed from the shells by skilled workers or machines. The crab meat is then inspected for quality and cleaned again to remove any remaining shell pieces. Next, the meat is weighed and placed into cans. A small amount of water or brine is added to keep the crab moist and flavorful. The cans are sealed tightly to lock in freshness and prevent contamination. Finally, the cans are labeled, packed into boxes, and sent to stores. Factories produce thousands of canned crabs every day, making it easy for people to enjoy this delicious seafood anytime. And here we have an inside look at the factory of Ben & Jerry's, where their ice cream is made. At the factory, workers mix high-quality ingredients like milk, cream, sugar, and eggs. These are mixed together to create a smooth ice cream base. Next, the mixture is frozen while being stirred to make it creamy. After that, exciting ingredients like chocolate chunks, cookie dough, or caramel swirls are added. Machines then fill the ice cream into tubs, which are sealed and stored in freezers before being sent to stores around the world. Everything is carefully checked to make sure the ice cream tastes perfect. KitKat has been a favorite among children and adults since its introduction in 1935 during the golden age of chocolate. It consists of 3 layers of crunchy wafer and 2 layers of chocolate-covered filling, all wrapped in smooth milk chocolate, a delicious and iconic combination. One of Nestlé's factories in York, UK, produces over 7 million KitKat bars daily. In the UK alone, 1 billion bars are consumed each year. That's about 1,900 bars eaten every minute. The production process is strategically organized, with all steps in the supply chain located near each other, except for the cocoa trees and their harvest. The journey begins with cocoa beans, mostly harvested in West Africa in March. After being sun-dried for about 7 days, the beans are sent to the production site in York. At the factory, the beans go through a 3-hour process of cleaning, which removes dirt and husking, where rollers crush the beans to release the cocoa seeds. The transformation into chocolate starts when the beans are vibrated to break the shells and expose the pulp, the flavorful, fatty interior of the seed. The broken husks are separated on vibrating filters, and the pulp is roasted in a giant roaster, much like coffee beans. The exact roasting time and temperature are top secrets, as they determine the chocolate's flavor. Once roasted, the cocoa is sent to ovens, where heat and pressure unlock its rich chocolate essence. The chocolate-making process continues with the production of chocolate liquor, which contains cocoa butter. After separating the cocoa butter from the solids, the remaining solids are processed into cocoa powder, a common product found in supermarkets. Cocoa butter is then mixed with cocoa powder, sugar, milk, and vegetable fats to create the chocolate we all love. The mixture is combined in a giant 1-ton mixer, forming a thick, sandy, and sweet chocolate paste. Next comes the conching process, where the paste is refined. This step grinds the chocolate particles into smaller sizes, enhancing its smoothness and creating a better mouthfeel. Longer conching times produce creamier, richer, and higher quality chocolate as the constant friction releases more flavor. Once conching is complete, the chocolate is tempered by heating it, then cooling it to around 27 degrees Celsius. This process prevents crystallization, which can cause a gray or dull layer on the surface, maintaining the chocolate's appealing look and texture. Meanwhile, wafers are prepared by mixing flour and water into a dough, which is shaped and baked at 150 degrees Celsius. Once cooled, the wafers are layered with a creamy filling, ready to join the chocolate in creating the iconic KitKat bars. The assembly assembly of KitKat begins by layering wafers with filling, similar to making a 3-story sandwich. A wafer layer is covered with filling, topped with another wafer, and finished with a plain wafer sheet. KitKat's filling made from cocoa liquor, sugar, and a small amount of crushed KitKat bars. Rejected KitKats are crushed into a paste, which is reused to fill the wafers of new KitKats, a sustainable way to reduce waste. After 16 hours of mixing, the chocolate is ready to become bars. Machines fill 336 molds per minute, producing over 200,000 KitKats daily. The chocolate is pumped into molds to form the bar's exterior. Wafers are placed inside, and a final chocolate layer seals it. Once molded, the bars are cooled in a cooling tunnel to harden. Quality managers remove any defective bars, such as those with bubbles or cracks, crush them, and reuse them for filling. KitKat also produces KitKat Vegan, a plant-based version of the classic chocolate bar, designed to cater to those following vegan or dairy-free lifestyles. Instead of traditional milk chocolate, it uses a smooth and creamy rice-based alternative, maintaining the iconic taste and texture. The crunchy wafer inside remains unchanged, delivering the familiar KitKat experience with every bite. Finally, automated robots quickly wrap the finished KitKat bars, ensuring they're ready for packaging and distribution. After wrapping the bars in decorative packaging, they are ready to delight chocolate lovers around the world. With 7 million KitKat bars produced daily, the packaged bars are transported to a storage facility. From there, as orders arrive, they are moved to the loading area and dispatched to supermarkets, ensuring a steady supply of this iconic treat to satisfy global demand. As we continue, let's take a look at this ice cream factory. Special machines first replace the cones on a moving belt, ensuring they are ready for the next steps. Then the cones are sprayed with a layer of chocolate to add extra flavor and prevent them from getting soggy. Next comes the filling stage. Creamy ice cream made from milk, sugar, and flavors like vanilla or chocolate is carefully poured into each cone. Once filled, the cones move forward for the topping stage. Delicious extras like melted chocolate and crunchy peanuts are added to enhance the taste. Finally, the ice cream cones go through the packaging process. They are placed in boxes and sent to freezing chambers to harden. Once fully frozen, they are packed and shipped to stores ready for people to enjoy. Now, let's step inside this honey spoon factory, where the finest honey is carefully selected for its rich flavor. But they don't stop at regular spoons. They shape honey into adorable spoon forms using plastic or silicone. Each honey spoon is then tightly sealed with fancy film or foil, like a tiny, sweet gift. This ensures you can simply grab, unwrap, and enjoy without any mess. Finally, the spoons are packed in boxes or trays, keeping them safe during transport. Once they reach your kitchen, they're ready to add a touch of natural sweetness to your tea, toast, or any treat. A simple, convenient, and delightful way to enjoy pure honey anytime. As we continue exploring how food is made, let's take a look at how mashed potatoes are made in a factory. The process begins with fresh potatoes delivered to the factory. They are thoroughly washed and peeled to remove dirt and skins. Next, the potatoes are cut into smaller pieces and sent to large steam cookers, where they are cooked until soft. Once cooked, the potatoes go through mashers and mixers, where butter, milk, salt, and other seasonings are added. This creates a smooth and creamy texture. Some factories may also use additional ingredients to make instant mashed potatoes, which can be rehydrated with water. After mixing, the mashed potatoes are cooled and packed into containers, pouches, or frozen packs to keep them fresh. Thanks to this process, people can enjoy mashed potatoes quickly and easily at home. This factory produces thousands of chocolate brownies daily using advanced technology. Robotic arms swiftly move freshly baked brownies along the production line, ensuring precision and efficiency. Automated systems carefully sort and inspect each piece for quality. The packaging process follows seamlessly, with machines wrapping and sealing brownies for freshness. This high-tech operation guarantees consistent, delicious treats, ready to be enjoyed by chocolate lovers everywhere. As we continue, these advanced sorting and grading lines for peaches and apricots are revolutionizing the industry. These cutting-edge systems ensure precise classification and high-quality fruit. They carefully sort peaches and apricots based on size, color, ripeness, and defects using cameras, sensors, and automated controls. This process improves efficiency, reduces waste, and ensures only the best fruit reaches the market. The technology also allows for gentle handling, preventing damage during sorting. Over 11.5 billion Red Bull cans are sold each year, making it one of the most consumed energy drinks on the planet. Red Bull is not only interested in selling carbonated drinks. The company's vision is much broader and covers several areas, always innovating and expanding its horizons. The Red Bull manufacturing process is an example of industrial precision, ensuring that each can offers the same quality and effectiveness. Let's explore this process step by step, from ingredient selection to final distribution. Red Bull is composed of a specific combination of ingredients: taurine, caffeine, B vitamins, glucuronolactone, sucrose, and glucose. Taurine is an important amino acid for regulating energy levels. Caffeine is added to increase concentration and alertness. B vitamins are essential for energy production, and glucuronolactone helps combat fatigue. All of these ingredients are carefully chosen to ensure their purity and quality. After the meticulous selection of the essential components, the ingredients are transferred to large stainless steel tanks. These tanks are not just containers. They are fundamental pieces of the production process that guarantee the purity of the final product. The mixture needs to be exact and rigorously controlled to ensure the unique and exclusive formula of Red Bull. It is during this process that the exact quantities of each ingredient, such as caffeine, taurine, B vitamins, sugar, and carbonated water, are meticulously combined. Each addition is measured with millimeter precision to ensure that there are no deviations in the composition. This initial mixture forms the basis of the product. a concentrated solution that already contains all the elements that will give Red Bull its characteristic flavor and energetic properties. The use of stainless steel containers is essential because this material is resistant to corrosion and does not interfere with the chemical properties of the mixture. To achieve this consistency, sophisticated control systems continuously monitor the composition of the mixture, adjusting for any minimal variations in real time. The precision in the mixture not only ensures the homogeneity of the product, but also contributes to its safety, avoiding contamination and guaranteeing the quality that consumers expect from a leading brand in the energy drinks market. Each batch produced undergoes rigorous quality tests before moving on to the next stage. After the meticulous mixing of the ingredients, the drink goes through the crucial pasteurization process. This step involves heating the mixture to a carefully controlled temperature to eliminate any bacteria or impurities present. Pasteurization not only ensures product safety by eliminating microorganisms that could compromise the health of consumers, but also extends the shelf life of the drink, allowing Red Bull to maintain its quality for longer. The process is meticulously monitored to ensure that the temperature reaches precise levels without compromising the properties and flavor of the drink. After pasteurization, the mixture is rapidly cooled to preserve its integrity and prepare it for the next stage of the production process. The pasteurized mixture is then transferred to a filling tank. Here, the previously washed and sterilized aluminum cans wait to be filled with the drink. Filling is carried out through a highly automated system that ensures that each can receive the exact amount of Red Bull. This system not only optimizes the efficiency of the process, but also ensures product uniformity, ensuring that each can offer the same drinking experience. After filling, the cans are hermetically sealed with aluminum caps, protecting the contents from any contamination and ensuring that the product remains fresh and safe for consumption. After filling and sealing, the Red Bull cans undergo an automatic labeling process. The labels are applied accurately and include all the necessary consumer information, such as the list of ingredients, nutritional value, storage instructions, and best before date. This step is essential to maintain transparency with consumers and to comply with food safety regulations. The labeled cans are then grouped into packs and shipping boxes, a highly automated process that maximizes efficiency and consistency. The packaging is designed to facilitate transportation and storage, ensuring that the cans reach the points of sale in perfect condition. This packaging system is also crucial for logistics, allowing large quantities of Red Bull to be distributed quickly and effectively to meet global demand. Before being sent for distribution, the cans undergo rigorous quality controls. This step ensures that all cans are in perfect condition, without leaks, and with accurate contents. Any defect identified results in the removal of the defective can from the batch. Finally, the Red Bull cans are palletized and prepared for distribution. The logistics process is carefully planned to ensure that the product arrives fresh and ready for consumption at all points of sale around the world. Red Bull is distributed to global markets, where it is consumed by millions of people looking for an energy boost. And here, we have the process of making chicken nuggets in a factory, which involves several steps to ensure quality and consistency. Firstly, the chicken used to make nuggets comes from trustworthy suppliers and is carefully inspected to make sure it meets quality standards. After that, the chicken is ground and mixed with a variety of ingredients, such as seasonings, breadcrumbs, and binders, to create a flavorful and cohesive mixture. Next, The seasoned chicken mixture is formed into nugget shapes using molds or extrusion machines. These nuggets are then coated with a breading mixture, which typically consists of flour, salt, and spices to add a crispy outer layer. After breading, the nuggets are typically fried in hot oil to achieve a golden and crispy exterior. Once cooked, the nuggets go through a quality control process to ensure they meet food safety standards. This may involve visual inspection, temperature checks, and sampling for taste and texture. After passing quality control, the nuggets are either packaged for distribution to retailers or restaurants or frozen for later use. Packaging is crucial to maintain freshness and prevent contamination during transportation. While the process of making chicken nuggets in a factory involves multiple steps and the use of machinery, it is important to note that not all chicken nuggets are created equal. Some companies may use higher quality ingredients or follow different production methods to create their nuggets. McDonald's likely produces and sells around 20 to 25 million chicken nuggets daily worldwide, leading to an annual production of over 7 billion nuggets. These figures provide a general sense of the scale of nugget production, though the actual numbers could be higher due to fluctuations in demand and promotional activities. Pickle production in factories is a fascinating blend of traditional preservation methods and modern technology. It starts with the selection of fresh cucumbers, typically sourced from local farms which are carefully inspected for quality and size. Once selected, the cucumbers are thoroughly washed to remove dirt and impurities. Next, the cucumbers are either sliced into desired shapes or left whole, depending on the product. They are then placed in large brine tanks containing a mixture of water, vinegar, salt, and spices. This brining process is crucial, as it not only preserves the cucumbers, but also infuses them with their signature tangy flavor. The pickling process may involve fermentation or quick pickling depending on the desired product. Once ready, the pickles are transferred to automated filling lines where they are packed into sterilized jars. Sealed and labeled, the jars undergo final quality checks before being shipped to stores for consumers to enjoy. Modern, large-scale bakeries produce baked goods with minimal human involvement. Workers mainly oversee the process and clean the equipment. What you're seeing is a bread production line made up of many machines that handle different stages of production. These machines work in sequence, completing the entire baking process. The bread moves between them on conveyor belts. The machines you see are made by the Finland-based company Pekka Automation. This system includes various machines, each with a specific function. For example, the packaging machine can pack 45 products per minute using different sealing methods such as heat, glue, or staples. Another option is closing the package with a clip. Now, you're looking at a bread slicer. Its speed depends on the model and bread type, ranging from 40 to 70 pieces per minute. Now let's explore this tortellini factory that shows us how this ring-shaped pasta is processed. It all starts with mixing high-quality durum wheat flour and water in industrial mixers. Some factories may also add eggs for richness. The dough is then fed through a series of rollers that gradually flatten it into thin sheets. Next comes the filling, often a flavorful mixture of ingredients like cheese, meat, or spinach. The dough sheets are fed into a machine that precisely places small portions of filling onto each piece. The machine then folds and presses the dough around the filling, creating the signature tortellini shape. Depending on the product type, the tortellini may go through a cooking and quick freezing process. The tortellini is then packaged, labeled, and made ready for shipment, ensuring it arrives fresh and delicious. Next up, let's explore the process of making apple juice in factory. The journey begins with selecting fresh and high-quality apples. These apples are washed thoroughly to remove dirt and impurities. After washing, they are crushed and pressed to extract the juice. The extracted juice is then filtered to remove any solid pieces like seeds or pulp. To improve its taste and shelf life, the juice is pasteurized by heating it to a high temperature for a short time. This process kills bacteria while keeping the juice fresh. After pasteurization, the juice is cooled and stored in large tanks. Before packaging, it goes through a final quality check to ensure it meets safety and taste standards. Finally, the juice is poured into bottles, cartons, or cans, sealed and labeled. The packaged apple juice is then ready to be shipped to stores. In this factory, deli meat slices are carefully packaged to stay fresh and safe to eat. After the meat is sliced, it is arranged into portions, often separated by thin paper or plastic to prevent sticking. These portions are then placed into pre-cut plastic bags or trays. For longer freshness, the air is removed from the packaging, and it is vacuum sealed. Some packages are filled with a small amount of gas, like nitrogen, to keep the meat from spoiling. Finally, labels with information like the type of meat, weight, and expiration date are added. The packaged slices are then boxed and sent to stores. Nescafe is made through a detailed process that transforms coffee beans into instant coffee. It starts with selecting high-quality coffee beans, usually a blend of Arabica and Robusta, are sourced from various regions. The beans are carefully selected based on flavor profiles, aroma, and quality. The beans are roasted to specific temperatures to develop the desired flavor and aroma. The degree of roasting varies depending on the final product, such as dark roast or medium roast. After roasting, the beans are finely ground to increase the surface area, which aids in extracting coffee essence during brewing. The ground coffee is brewed in large industrial machines, similar to how coffee is made at home, but on a much larger scale. This process extracts the rich flavors and essential oils from the coffee grounds. The brewed coffee is concentrated by evaporating some of the water content, resulting in a thicker coffee solution. The concentrated coffee is dried to create instant coffee granules or powder. Two main drying methods are used. The coffee solution is sprayed into a stream of hot air, causing the water to evaporate and leaving behind fine coffee powder. The coffee solution is frozen, then water is removed through sublimation, preserving the aroma and flavor. Finally, the dried coffee granules are sealed in airtight packaging to ensure freshness. These machines cut the cheese into uniform slices, ensuring consistency in size and thickness. The slices are then arranged neatly onto conveyor belts and transferred to packaging units. Hygienic, airtight packaging is applied to maintain freshness and extend shelf life. Some factories include additional steps, like labeling or sealing the packs in bulk for shipping. This streamlined process ensures the cheese reaches consumers in perfect condition, ready for use. Over 400 million Snickers bars are sold every year worldwide, proving just how much people love this classic treat. But what exactly goes into making this iconic treat? In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes to show you how Snickers bars are made, from selecting the ingredients to the final wrap. It all begins with preparing the ingredients. Key items like sugar, corn syrup, egg whites, vanilla, butter, condensed milk, roasted peanuts, and milk chocolate are stored in specific areas of the factory, ready to be used in each step of production. Next comes the nougat, which forms the center of every Snickers bar. To start, the ingredients for the nougat, sugar, corn syrup, egg whites, and vanilla, are carefully measured according to the factory's recipe. These measured ingredients are then poured into a large industrial mixer that can handle big batches. The mixer heats and stirs the ingredients at the same time, with the temperature and mixing speed carefully controlled to get just the right texture. Once the nougat reaches the right consistency, roasted peanuts are added and mixed in thoroughly. This final mixing step ensures the peanuts are evenly spread throughout the nougat, giving it the perfect balance of chewy and crunchy. After the nougat, it's time to make the caramel. Just like with the nougat, the ingredients are carefully measured and placed into a large industrial pot designed for large-scale production. The pot slowly heats up while its built-in stirring system keeps everything moving, helping the ingredients melt and blend together. As the corn syrup and butter melt, the mixture turns into a smooth, sticky liquid. Once it reaches the right consistency, condensed milk is added to complete the caramel. Condensed milk adds a creamy texture and a sweet flavor to the caramel. It's carefully mixed in with the rest of the ingredients to make sure everything blends smoothly. Once it's ready, this caramel will later be layered on top of the nougat, adding that sweet, sticky layer that Snickers is known for. After molding, the nougat travels through a cooling chamber. This step allows it to firm up and hold its shape. Once cooled, the molded nougat is carefully removed from the molds. This has to be done gently to avoid any damage. Shaping the nougat is a crucial step as it creates the core of the bar, the chewy, nutty center that gives Snickers its distinctive texture. Next is cutting and assembly. At this point, the molded nougat strips are laid out on a conveyor belt or work surface ready for the next step. They're then measured and cut to the exact size needed for individual Snickers bars. This ensures that each bar is uniform and ready for the next stage in the production line. Accuracy is key when it comes to making sure every Snickers bar is the same size and weight. Once the nougat strips are ready, they're carefully cut into individual bar-sized pieces. This is done using specialized machines that guarantee each piece is identical. After cutting, the nougat pieces are lined up and positioned for the next stage of production, adding the caramel and chocolate. This step is critical. It divides the nougat into single bars and gets them ready to receive the delicious layers that make Snickers so recognizable. Getting this part right is important for consistency in every finished bar. Now it's time for the caramel coating. A machine specially designed for this step applies a layer of warm caramel to the cut and assembled nougat bars. It's set to the correct temperature and speed to make sure everything runs smoothly. The nougat bars are fed onto the conveyor belt of the caramel coating machine, where they move through a flowing bath of caramel. The caramel is kept at just the right temperature so that it spreads easily and sticks evenly to each bar. As the bars move through the machine, they're dipped in the hot caramel. A controlled system ensures every surface gets coated, creating that signature sticky caramel layer. After coating, the bars are given a moment to drain, letting any extra caramel drip off before being sent through a cooling tunnel. This cooling step helps the caramel firm up and stay in place. Caramel coating is one of the most important stages in the Snickers production process. It creates that gooey layer we all know and love, and getting it right is essential to the taste and quality of the final bar. Once the caramel has set, the bars move on to chocolate coating. Here, they're dipped into melted milk chocolate using another specialized machine. Just like with the caramel, the machine ensures that each bar is completely and evenly coated with chocolate from top to bottom. After being coated in chocolate, the bars travel along a chilled conveyor belt where both the chocolate and caramel layers are cooled and hardened. This step is crucial to help the bars hold their shape and maintain the right texture. When everything is set, the bars head to packaging. Each one is wrapped in foil and placed into branded packaging, ready for shipping and distribution.